This is the acceptance test for MEC 407 IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things, Challenge 2. Basically, we have a hardwired network with 3 PLCs, a microprocessor, and a PC. And what we're going to do is we're going to use MQTT to publish a message from each of the 3 PLCs through the microprocessor as a broker and to the PC that subscribes to the topic. So let's get into it. First, we open Tiger VNC Viewer, and we have the IP here of our Wi-Fi network. We connect. Yes. Enter our authentication. Okay, now we're in Tiger VNC Viewer. We open up a terminal. We're going to run Mosquito Broker in daemon mode, which puts it in the background. So what we've done here is we've created a test topic called test topic using the IP of the Ethernet port on our broker. Now open up another terminal, and we're going to publish something to the topic. What I was doing there is I was backtracking to make sure I put the topic in that I was going to publish to. And we see here it came up in the second window that we had subscribed to it with. So next, we're going to connect the PC. For the host, we put the same IP as the Ethernet port on the Raspberry Pi. The default port is port 1883, so that's what we're going to use here. Connect. Okay, so we published again from the PC to the Raspberry Pi. Now what we can do is and right there we have published from the Raspberry Pi as its own broker to the PC as a subscriber. So we know that those two assets are connected. X out of that. Now we're going to set up the PLCs. Programming software. X out of that. Now, we've already set up the project. So it's going to read the project. So we see here that the PLCs are on the same 192 network with the same subnet mask. They're all in run mode. Status is good, available to connect. So what we're going to do is hit connect. Hit connect on PLC 1. Function tab, MQTT client, and COM port 1. Enter our IP address. So we enter in our IP address. Sorry, there's an extra step before that. Click Enable MQTT. Enter in the IP address of the host, the broker. The protocol is MQTT. The port is 1883. The connection bit is going to be C10. Use publisher. So we want to enter a publish bit as C30, a success bit C31, an error bit C32, an error code as DS2. And then it's important that we add the same topic here as we already subscribed to on the broker. So, if you want to change that, you would go broker topics, edit mode, and then in there you can just change it. Length is 9, that's good. For the payload, this is going to be a static message, so we're going to put something like PLC1 connected, and memory address actually need that. Click OK. Click OK. Go to Program. Data View. We've already added all the bits and the text in here. These are our subscriber bits that we were just using the Click programming software to test that as a subscriber, but we are just using it as a publisher for this video. Down here we've added all bits and our digits. So C30 was our published bit. Off, on, now see how it says new 7 up there? So we've successfully published from the PLC to the PC, but why it says new 7 instead of PLC 1 is connected is because we did not write the project to the PLC to save the changes. So let's do that now. Write project to the PLC. And when we do that, we can show you something important. Make sure runtime edit and write project files into PLC. Clicked. Proceed runtime edit, that's fine. There we go. Go to our data view again. Now, we've already entered all of these bits in, but when you want to do that, just double click. For example, delete that though, off, change that, on, PLC 1 connected. All right, good. Here, you see again, PLC 1 connected. So we know now that that PLC is communicating with the broker and the PC through test topic. So disconnect from PLC 1. Now we're going to use this software project because we don't really know what's on there. Another thing is you want to add an end instruction for the ladder logic in the AF column of just the first rung of the PLC. Function, so program, data view. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to edit our payload just to prove that we're connected to PLC 2 with that message. Okay. Make sure you write this new project into the PLC 2 so that you can get the updated settings and everything. Now, important to mention here, because we were already connected to the first PLC, it has that same address. So what we want to do is we want to match it over here to the address that is on PLC number 2. Like so. Use project file settings. Okay, that's good. Back to our program. Data view. C30 is our publish bit. So all we have to do, off, on, click to write, you'll see it turns on again. PLC2 connected. And that's it. We would just do the exact same thing for PLC number 3, and we've set up the MQTT network with 3 PLCs, a microprocessor as a broker, and a PC as a subscriber.